I'm back! My name is Lane Newport. I am 22 years old and I am from the bustling metropolis known as Marlow, Oklahoma. By night, I am Alotta Vahjeen, Oklahoma City's hottest mess. Alotta Vahjeen is a party girl. She's fun. If I had to describe her in 3 words, she would be statuesque, sexy, and disinterested. I'm very inspired by like 1920s like boudoir, like Fredericks of Hollywood catalogs, mixed with like 1980s and 90s grungy video girls. Devin Green does a video called Welcome to My Home, and she uses the word vagine instead of the word vagina, and I love that because I hate the word vagina because I think it sounds like an Indian casino. Oklahoma City's drag scene is very, I would say closed-minded. I feel like everyone kind of does the same thing, and they've all been doing the exact same thing since they were Miss Oklahoma America in 1992, and they're the same people that are still running the strip. If you don't do drag just like them, I feel like they don't accept you and they don't understand you, and I completely don't think that's how it should be. I feel like I can fit in because I feel like I can fit any mold. I feel like I'm like a drag of all trades. I've competed for Miss Gay Oklahoma. I've also traveled with the burlesque troupe. I've worked in the clubs here. I've really done it all. I've been doing drag for right at 4 years. And the biggest thing that I've gotten to do in that 4 years is probably just be able to do my art on a normal scale and bring the normalcy of drag and queer art to a place like Oklahoma and get to perform at like art venues and art galleries and functions in the daytime in front of straight people and families, and just getting to be that vessel to see what drag is and what queer art is.
Hey kitty girl, it's your world. When you walk the street, step into the beat. Hey kitty girl, get your twirl in the disco heat. You're the boogie body rockin' queen. Gone tomorrow, but you're here for today. Catwalking like the world is your wrong way. People say that when the dog is away, kitty cats are gonna come out and play. Hey kitty girl, it's your world. When you walk the street, step into the beat. Hey kitty girl, get your twirl in the disco heat. You're the boogie body rockin' queen. 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 9 lives
Signature style is like a mix of different eras. I'm very inspired by like the boudoir of the 1920s mixed with like the grungy don't care of the 1980s. And I love like blazers and things like the 1980s, like a 1980s businesswoman. Most of my drag is vintage. I would venture to say that probably like 65% of it is vintage. I have gotten very lucky at thrift stores and vintage shops. I've lucked into a lot of things. So for my paper eleganza look, I decided to make it completely out of junk mail. Everything that you see on my body is credit card bills, fake credit cards, magazines. We have Southern Living magazine there. Every single thing was sent to my house, and if you see my hat, this is made out of a paper plate, covered in magazines. It even has my address on it right there. And everything, even my pasties, are made out of paper plates and magazines. My gloves, I made fringe here and the bows. I don't really have the time or the patience to make a lot of my costumes, so a lot of my costumes have been made for me, the ones that I didn't get vintage. I do know how to sew, so I do a lot of my own alterations, and I do all of my own rhinestoning. Almost every single rhinestone you're going to see on one of my costumes, I laid on there myself, spent the time and the money and the hours putting it on there. The goal with my looks is that I always want to bring something different. I love playing around with different eras and different genres of drag and different makeup styles, but my goal is to always make sure that it looks like the same person. So I have all of these characters that I seem to have created. There's like the burlesque babe, there's like the thrifty Pee Wee Herman, there's the 1980s businesswoman, there's the alien from outer space, there's the like Courtney Love cracked out whore, but they all look like the same person, if that makes sense.
I look for you in magazines. I look for you in magazines. I look for you in magazines. I'm taking off my wedding ring. I gave you everything. I gave you everything. Give me the bright lights. 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 I'm going back to Aberdeen. I'm going back to Aberdeen. I'm going back to Aberdeen, where when I was a beauty queen, I wasn't anything. It wasn't anything. Give me the bright lights. Give me the bright lights. Give me the bright lights. Yeah. Give me the bright lights. Give me the bright lights. Give me the bright lights. I'm waving on the silver screen. I'm waving on the silver screen. I'm waving on the trampoline. I'm waving on the silver screen. The film is fading, look at me. Yeah. The film is fading, look at me. Yeah. The film is fading, look at me. Yeah. The film is fading, look at me, look at me. Give me the bright lights. Give me the bright lights. Give me the bright lights. Yeah. Give me the bright lights. Give me the bright lights. Give me the bright lights. Yeah. Give me the
My personality in drag and out of drag, I would say, is very similar. I'm a very outgoing, outspoken person. In drag, I would say that I'm just a little bit louder and more outgoing than I am out of drag. I'm not so self-conscious. I will show my body to anyone, and I don't really care. I feel like I'm a little bit nicer out of drag as well. My personality out of drag to others is probably, I've gotten confident. Some people might call me arrogant. I don't consider myself arrogant. I think that I'm just I've worked very, very hard to become the person that I am. And I spent way too long staying quiet and staying in the shadows that I just don't want to do that anymore. Thank you for meeting with us today. My pleasure. There's no smoking in the building, miss. What are you gonna do? Arrest me for vaping? Can you tell us the nature of your relationship with Christmas? I love Christmas. It gives me pleasure. A lot of pleasure. Have you ever engaged in any Christmas parade hosting activities? What kind of reindeer games were you thinking of, sir? Please, miss, just say the line. Sure. Welcome to the Christmas parade. Sexier. 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 Welcome to the Christmas parade. What is that? Welcome to the Christmas parade. What is it? Ah. Welcome to the Christmas parade. Welcome to the Christmas parade. Thank you, miss. It is miss, isn't it? Yeah, and Merry Christmas. Am I competitive? I'm from the South, and I'm a Leo. I absolutely cannot stand to lose anything. I don't care what it is, I cannot lose. In terms of strengths that I will bring to the competition is that I have no reservations about anything. I will do whatever is thrown to me, and I will do it to the best of my ability, and I'll excel at it, if it kills me. You want me on RuPaul's Drag Race because you've never had a girl from Oklahoma on the show, and you will not find a girl from Oklahoma who's quite like me. I do my own thing, and I do drag the way that I want, and the way that nobody else in my region does it. I will stand out because I have my own unique personality and style and humor, and I feel like I have a story that is very relatable to quite a lot of people.